104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Let's
party. It is Friday.
It's Friday, February 23rd of 2024, and it's 6:02 a.m. It was 6:01 and 50 seconds, but it's 6:02. It's really right now, Social K and Sam, and here we go with the last day of the week. Yay! It's already
made it.
Friday.
Yeah, rodeo cook-off weekend, too.
I know.
We gotta go
Trail
to the-
riders,
Oh, yeah.
cook-off.
You're stuck behind those guys, girls.
You got to know where they're going to be so you don't get stuck
Oh,
behind them.
and listen to
looking at
this.
you, Allen Parkway.
Or just
and-
pick up at, I'm late for work, sorry.
or
stuck.
it's really getting late to go home to do fun stuff.
It's like midday, too.
Is where they get you a lot of times.
Going to be so much worse this weekend, too, because TxDOT, in their infinite wisdom, decided,
now.
hey, this is a great weekend with the rodeo and the cook-off. Let's shut down 6, 10, and 59 beginning tonight at 9 o'clock and have it closed all the way till 5 a.m. Monday morning right there in the Galleria.
Which part?
By the same part they've had down
610 West Loop on the Southwest Freeway beginning tonight at 9 o'clock.
that same area. by
That whole
my
same
house.
area.
59 and 610 interchange.
Yeah.
They're almost done.
The southbound main lanes are going to be all closed, so that is going to create like a nightmare.
Well, they've been
for
doing that
traffic.
every weekend, though, so they wouldn't skip
And they
a
could have
weekend for
taken a
rodeo.
weekend off with the rodeo.
They haven't done it in a while.
No.
Really?
This might be the first time in like 3 months.
Yeah.
November.
Really smart move, TxDOT.
Well, let's take this moment from complaining about the traffic to find out what happened with Jennifer and Justin
Yeah, clear it
yesterday.
up.
All right, so Monday morning, 7:20, we'll try and give you a Roses update with Jennifer.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to definitely do that. Okay, listen, today we have a lot to cover. First, I'm going to do a birthday shout out. Ariana's turning 7
Nice.
today.
Oh, come on,
Good
Sam,
name.
break it out.
Her sister Ariana loves the show.
It was a slow jam.
Yeah. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to all February 23 babies. It is rodeo time. Today's the second night, actually, of the World Championship Rodeo Cook-Off.
Oh, in
So
case you wanted to
lots
know,
of fun tonight.
the hours for the cook-off today, it opens at noon and it runs until 11 p.m. And then tomorrow, it starts really early, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Adults 13 and over, $25. Children 3 to 12 or $10. Anybody under that is free. But the ticket gets you a plate of sliced brisket with beans and chips. And you've got concerts, live music at the saloon, and admission to the carnival
If you have a ticket for a tent, you still need a ticket for the grounds.
just to get in.
So don't go there thinking, well, I'm going to get in here. I'm not going to go stand that line. No,
Nope.
you're going to have to stand that line to get a ticket to get in because you
Yep.
didn't think that through.
So the 23rd, I mean, next week's the 29th. I was wondering about people that are pregnant. They're like,
Leap month.
I know,
do I
leap
want to have it on
year.
that day? Because then it screws
You're
everything
like,
up.
should we just
Kid only
schedule
has a
it
birthday
to get
every 4
induced?
years.
Yeah. Then they
Because
gotta
somebody's born on the 29th.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of
A
birth.
lot of people are born on the 29th.
Yeah.
Like, do I hold it in? Try and keep
Do I
it?
hold it in?
Can't really hold it in.
Wait till
You
the
say it
midnight.
like
It's not like they're holding in like a poop or something, Eric. That's a baby.
Can't really hold that in. But
Well,
if
first
you
one,
would
you
like,
have more of a chance, right?
The what?
Seems like it goes faster the second and third time. They go faster.
That's what I thought. I was worried I was going to have my baby in the car after
Yeah.
I started the process here
What are you
on the
saying?
show.
You're loosened up?
No, ew, gross.
I don't know. It just seems like it just
That sounds gross.
goes faster.
No, that sounds gross.
Maybe
I'm
you
just
know what
saying,
to
maybe
expect
it's just-
because you already had one.
I don't know. I just thought I
Yeah,
was
maybe you go through the
worried.
motions.
You
and
go through the motions, you're like, okay, this is what's going to happen next. Because when you're
Right.
first pregnant, you're like, what is this?
And we're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I have to
What's
take your
this
word for it.
contraction?
No man will ever understand that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I feel like the
thank God.
second time I heard so many times, like, oh yeah, the second baby comes really fast. I'm like, oh my God. So we're doing Roses and I'm leaving for the hospital. I'm freaking out thinking, oh my God, we're stuck in traffic. I'm going to have this baby on the tollway.
Oh,
And
my
then
God.
She didn't come till 8:23 p.m.
Wow.
That
Ooh,
crazy?
that's like a hurry and wait game. Hurry, hurry. Wait.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
So it's rodeo season, and we've got the rodeo sounder at 8 o'clock this morning. You're going to hear the sounder that's going to help you win tickets to go to one of the shows. The tickets we have for the show is Jelly Roll.
Oh, that's
Jelly
a
Roll
really
is
hot
going to be there
ticket.
March the 6th, and we'll give you some scoop on that. He just announced a big tour. And speaking of tours, you know how celebrities have like these tour writers, the contracts of what they can and can't have happen while they're in that city? Mm-hmm. Oh, man, there's one celebrity. He has what sounds like the most ridiculous, uncontrollable thing ever.
Very
But when you find out
diva-esque.
who it is, you're like, I could see that. This person thinks they're the most entertaining person in the world.
High maintenance.
The ego is crazy.
Think a lot of yourself.
We've met this person.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Here's your weather for today, guys.
It is going to be a gorgeous weekend for the rodeo. I mean, really gorgeous. Lots of sunshine. Looks like a high of about 77 today. Right now, it's 60 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Now, y'all ready?
This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
Okay, my friends, I just want to remind you guys, 8 o'clock this morning, you're going to hear the rodeo sounder of the day. We're going to give you the example of what you're listening for between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. to be the right caller to win tickets for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which is officially kicking off on Tuesday with Blake Shelton. The tickets we have to give away today are for Jelly Roll on March the 6th. Every single night, there is a different entertainer.
Sold out,
From
too.
the 27th to the 17th. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be so crazy this weekend. Again, if you're going to the cook-off, you need a ticket to get onto the grounds, even if you are personally invited to somebody's tent. And the trail riders are going to be in your way this morning and this afternoon.
Have your patience.
If you're not familiar with what is going on Memorial Drive.
Yeah.
I used to have to drive to Montrose on Fridays at 5 o'clock to get my kids to Greek school. And I made the mistake of going down Memorial Drive. And I was like, what is happening? Why is it deadlock? What is going on? We're already late. Just sitting there.
You just got to be
Have
patient.
just no choice but to just sit there because the trail riders are in front of you and they can only go a certain speed.
By the way, like the cook-off starts at noon today, but tomorrow, if you want to get there early, it starts at 9 a.m. And you get a lot with that ticket, too. Like you get onto the grounds, you get a plate of brisket and beans.
I have Elimination Chamber to watch. Sorry, wrestling, WWE.
Oh, is that your big weekend plan?
It's at noon because it's in Australia, so it's even better. I don't have to stay up late.
The elimination.
How long are you going to be engaged with that?
I think it's 11 o'clock to like 3.
So that's what they call
4 hours
the
of
death
wrestling?
cage now is called the elimination chamber.
Yeah, they put each guy in these little corner pods.
The
It's
elimination
all wrapped around a
chamber.
cage. They wrestle, then every 5 minutes they open the pod, and the other guy gets out.
They open the pod?
Yeah, you're stuck in this. You know me with my anxiety. Hell no. You're stuck in this plexiglass pod.
Is that like Sam's show where they have pods? What is that show you watch?
Love is Blind.
Uh-huh.
And I am watching the new season.
they don't
if
mix those two
anybody wants
together.
to DM me about it.
They're about to wrestle. Wait a minute, they're kissing. What the hell happened here?
And then I
Well,
think
you
about
can't
that
kiss
other one.
because you're in
Right,
separate
you don't see
pods.
each other.
But
You
in
only hear
wrestling,
each
they
other's
open the
You
voice.
have
pod.
to wait until you get engaged in order for you to see each other. This
then they have-
season is really good.
Where is it set? Because last time we had
you
the
asked me
Houston kids
this.
on.
I want to. I have no
It's not in
idea. You
Houston?
can
Do they do it
tell
in
me
the
a
city? Like they change it every year, so it's like
Yeah,
maybe
I
it's
think
used-
they try and use.
I've never seen the
different
show.
people.
Even when we had the people in here, I just never.
See, I got confused. I went and had, because I heard you guys talking, and I thought she was talking about pods. They have pods on Naked Attraction as well. They're all in these little containers. And I'm like, oh, this is disturbing.
Yeah, those look.
They're in these like little tubes.
It's
and
like a pod,
there's
but
naked
really,
people in there.
on
North
Love is Blind
Carolina.
is in North Carolina.
It's this most recent season.
Imagine this giant, because remember what the Lydia and when they came in here, they said it's the set scene that we're seeing with that hallway with all the doors
Yes.
where you walk in, that's in Los Angeles.
Okay,
Then the rest of it happens
That's true. They could-
around your city.
they want to keep that set up. That it's expensive to put
It's
lights
the
and.
same setup every single season.
Yeah. So Love is Blind on Netflix, Death Cage Match Elimination Chamber.
Tomorrow at
WWE.
noon or 11 o'clock.
Jelly Roll is going to be our featured artist for the Rodeo Sounder today. March the 6th is his date here. But after that, he announced he's kicking off a tour starting April the 11th in Arizona. And it takes him around Florida, Colorado, Nebraska, Michigan, Alabama. He comes back around our area in July. He's going to AT&T Stadium in Arlington
But not
in
Houston.
July. It doesn't have a Houston date again.
Oh, please.
Because the first
don't
day on
be
the
the
list is
Woodlands.
our
That'd be too
rodeo.
hot.
It's our rodeo date.
That's probably why he's like, I already got.
Yeah, he's like, I already got that in
By
next
the way,
week.
I'm wrong.
What?
I looked at the wrong elimination chamber. I have to get up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. to watch it.
Because they're 15 hours ahead.
Can't you just record it?
Oh man,
You're
yeah, but
not
then you see all the
waking
spoilers
up.
and stuff.
You're not
No,
waking
just
You're
up.
not
stay
waking
stay
up.
off your
5
phone.
a.m.
know you're
East,
not waking
4
up.
a.m. I gotta watch this crap.
There's
You're not
no
gonna wake
way.
up.
There's
You'll
no
just
way.
look at
I don't
the
love
notes
anything
later.
enough to get up at 4 a.m. on
Damn
the
it.
weekend.
This is
Yeah.
stupid.
No, you're not going to watch
Thanks
it.
a lot, Triple H.
Everybody let Eric know how it turns out.
Yeah.
All right, so Kevin Hart has a tour writer, comedian Kevin Hart has a tour writer that says traffic is not allowed. He is not allowed to have any delays because of traffic. Now, how the hell are you going to control that? Under no circumstances are vehicles to be allowed to encounter any delays due to traffic. How are you going to control that?
Well, he's never come to Houston.
In the tour writer, that means he wants, even if there is traffic, he wants a path made for him with a police escort. So
Oh my God, does he think he's the president?
Obviously, the cops can control which way you're going to go. They say police escorts must be arranged in order to facilitate artist vehicles' arrival to and departure from the venue. Escort must be empowered to route vehicles through any potential traffic delay. The writer states also the police are not welcome, quote, in the backstage dressing room hallway, front of house mix position, or in front of the stage. And they're not allowed to search guests as they enter the building. But he definitely wants them to lead him through the traffic.
I mean, you can't search guests. You do that at every event.
It's ridiculous.
I see basketball players when they go into like Toyota Center, they have to go through the.
Take you forever to get in.
Right.
To get searched.
He now falls into that category. We always used to ask that question. At what point did this celebrity become an a-hole?
I didn't have the interaction with him that you guys did because I was on maternity leave when he came here with Josh Gad to promote The Wedding Ringer. And all I know from that story is that Josh Gad was going into the Olaf voice, which is so epic because Frozen was so big at the time, and Kevin Hart shut him down, right?
He just, anytime we wanted to talk to someone else besides him, he got mad. Look at me. I'm the funny guy.
You also said they had been out all night drinking.
Oh, for sure.
They came here drinking.
You can smell the booze coming out.
I appreciate they came in early, but they were out partying the whole night. But I'm like, man, let Josh talk a little too.
Do his Olaf thing.
And Josh was like really funny. He was willing to do the voice. And like, oh my God. And Frozen was really huge at the time.
And you know, there's little kids that were like, oh my goodness.
And he's like, no, man. And he goes, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this movie.
The Ringer.
Yeah.
Which was a funny movie.
I think that was one of the last.
Ain't no Frozen, though.
No.
Yeah, no, exactly.
No.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Bam, 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 bam.
And I think Roula's the only one that thinks number 2 is better than the first one.
Oh, you know what? I thought number 2 was terrible.
Unpopular opinions. That
What?
should be.
Yeah.
Okay, but it grew on me. Number 2, I fell asleep
Frozen
in
2.
the theater of
Yeah.
Frozen 2. I fell asleep during Frozen 2 in the theater. I fell asleep. I was
How
so
is that even
tired.
possible?
Because I went with my kids and it was, middle of the day after sleep deprivation sets in. I'm just in the dark and I'm like, oh, this is cozy. I'm fighting so hard to stay awake. So I just thought it was terrible. Who cares? I don't need to see Frozen 2 ever again. Then it comes out on streaming or however we were consuming it and it was just on. I was like, it was really growing on
Sam,
me.
I don't know how you can ask
I
how
really
is that
do like
possible. You're in the trenches right now. I mean, when we started this show, I was the one that had a toddler. And Roula and Eric I'd tell them, I'm like, I'd be so tired when I take her to the movie. I'd like take her, my hand and loop it around her belt in case I fell asleep so
she
nobody could
wouldn't
take
walk
her.
Yeah, that's when I'm surprised you could actually relax enough to fall asleep with your kids like in public.
Well, it's kind of like when you're getting your hair
so
cut.
exhausted.
I always fall asleep in the haircut chair.
That's funny.
I fall
Because I'm
asleep.
just sitting there and
I
I'm
cannot.
getting my hair cut. I'm so tired and I can't do anything but sit that I start bobbing my head and my hair guy is like, hey.
You missed the piece.
I always fall asleep in the haircut chair.
Roula's got crooked bangs.
And the first time I fell asleep in the theater, my nephew, who is now like 25, he was 7 years old. I took him to go see the movie Sky High. It was a superhero movie
yeah.
Oh, I
about
remember that. That was
superheroes
cute.
and their apprentice, like what the sidekick.
Kurt Russell.
I thought it was such a cute movie. Kelly Preston and Kurt Russell, and I don't even know the name of the kid that
The
was
writer
there.
was from Houston.
Was he?
Remember he came in the studio.
But I fell asleep hardcore, and this is before I had kids. I was just the aunt, and they're like shaking me, like, Roula,
She dead?
you're sleeping. I was like, oh, sorry. So I fell asleep during Frozen 2, and then I ended up liking it a lot. Also, I like it because Kelsey Ballerini does a version of one of the main songs. That's really
why I
good.
like it.
I also think that Shrek 2 is way better than Shrek 1. I don't think Shrek 1 can hold a candle to the
Is
to
Shrek 2 the one with where he's in a wrestling ring and he's like in a castle or something?
Shrek 2 is where they take the serum
Is
to
that
turn him
3?
into a human, and you see Hot Shrek versus Ogre Shrek.
And that's where Puss in
And he
Boots
has to
came
kiss. He has to kiss Cameron Diaz as Hot Shrek, and they can stay Hot Shrek and Hot Fiona, or they're going to be Ogre Fiona and Ogre Shrek forever.
It's like it mixed up.
It's just
I
so
thought he
good.
had to go to the
With Fairy
castle. and
Godmother.
John
I think
Cleese.
the first one is where he's in the castle and he's fighting everybody.
But he had to go like see his
No, he goes up
in-laws.
to get
He
the
had to go see
tower.
his in-laws.
Oh, that's it. That's it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Have you never seen Shrek 2, Sam? He has to go meet Fiona's parents for the first time.
Yeah.
He's never met them. And their little carriage looks like a little like onion bulb or like a garlic bulb. And so they're like donkeys with them. It's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Ha
Right.
ha. And then when they get to far, far away, Ahmad's here. Ahmad, have you seen Shrek 2? Isn't it so epic when they get to far, far away, the music?
It's so good.
It's
All
so
the little
epic.
like fake shops.
Yeah, Farbucks instead
Yes,
of Starbucks.
Yeah, so
and instead of like
funny.
Versace,
That was good.
it's just so good. And the music that they're playing is Funky Town by Lips Inc.,
Yeah.
Won't you just take me to Funky Town? And so it's just like, and it's for adults and for kids because the kids don't get the adult jokes that Donkey is making. And it's epic. It's epic.
The I Need a Hero at the end. It's amazing.
I Need a Hero by Frou Frou. I downloaded that.
It's so good. That's like the epic finale. You gotta watch it.
Yes, I love it so much.
Like Joan
Shrek 2.
Jett was in there too, I think.
Bad Reputation.
Bad Reputation when they were fighting.
I don't know.
Don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
I remember that. Yeah.
There was a song called Changes. The only reason I know is because Ryan said that was his senior high school song, Changes.
Oh, it was.
But who's the original performer?
Well, there's David Bowie Changes, but ours, I think, was a band called Yes.
Well, this was just a remake of Changes.
Oh,
when
no,
he
that's
turns
David
into
Bowie,
a
yeah.
human.
Yeah, that's David
When he turns
Bowie.
into a human, they're playing the song Changes because he's not a Shrek ogre anymore. It's just it's just so good. Shrek 2 is good. That makes me smile.
Look at her smile.
It makes me smile.
Let's open
All
the
right.
phones and make other people smile.
All right.
Open phone Friday, 713-390-KRBE is our phone number.
Call us about anything. You can ask us questions. Tell us what you're doing.
Tell us if you think that Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1.
Roula likes Grease 2 better than Grease 1.
Oh, God, I've never even
Well, my
seen
wife
Grease 2.
does.
I couldn't get through that one.
She loves Grease too. When she moved to America, she thought that was the greatest thing.
And then she saw the first one and said, it's not as good.
No, she loved part
That's
2.
crazy.
Gonna bowl
Phones
tonight.
are yours. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE with more of the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's Open Phone Friday at 713-390-KRBE. You can ask us anything, tell us anything.
Maybe it's your first rodeo season and you have questions about the rodeo like Emily does at 713-390-KRBE.
a song for you.
Oh, yes, we will play the rodeo song as well from Phoenix. In case you all missed that, it gives you all the details on how you should handle rodeo. But what's your question, Emily? Good morning. Happy Friday.
Good morning. Yes, so I just have a question for, the rodeo concert.
Okay.
I've been looking everywhere, and I cannot find tickets, for a good price. I just keep seeing all these overpriced tickets. I just wanted to see if y'all know anywhere where I can, find them for at least somewhere close to a decent price.
Well, a few of the shows are sold out right now, but most of them are not. You should still be able to buy them from the rodeo
What
website.
show are you trying to go to?
Yeah, which one? Makes a difference.
So, of course, I have to go see the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
And then I really want to take my boyfriend to the 50 Cent. So, just those two, really.
50
but those
Cent?
are popular.
50 Cent and Jonas Brothers were almost sold out as of yesterday. So I don't know
I'm
if they
looking
have.
on the website, Emily, for rodeohouston.com, and it says you can click it and show you how many tickets are left. So if you go through that, go through rodeohouston.com, you can click the show, you can click get tickets, and it'll show you, right now for 50 Cent. Let's see what they have here.
I think they only have the upper nosebleed.
Let me see. It shows you all of NRG, and then you can
I don't know, like single seats? Is that
go
those are
through
single?
different sections.
Yeah, you want to set with your mate.
Well, you can put it in too. Yeah. Like right now for Jonas Brothers, I'm seeing it would be up in the nosebleed. They're about $59 each, $58 each.
I'm probably just going to have to do that because I can't miss it. So I'm probably just going to have to do
Yeah, they
the
got big
nosebleed.
screens.
Get
you
that
can
and then
see.
work your way
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
seat migration.
Get your body in there and
Do
then
the
figure
Roula.
out where you're going to go. Exactly. Just migrate.
Yeah, because they have standing room only for $27 that I'm seeing on their website. Or you can try and win them. You can try and win them with us.
Yeah, we're got
Remember the-
tickets every day. We got tickets.
But remember, the concert's only an hour long, so you can stand for an hour. And that's the funny thing. When you go to a concert, usually you're standing the whole show anyhow.
Yeah, I don't like when people just sit
Yeah.
around
Well,
me.
depends on who it
Yeah,
is.
that's right. That's
Rode-
so true.
But Emily, rodeo audience, sometimes they don't want you to stand the whole time.
Oh,
They
yeah.
want to be chill.
Well, not in front of me. I mean,
Right.
don't stand in front of me.
There's a guy in Australia that went to see. It wasn't Sydney, but it was another city there that went to see Taylor Swift. And this guy's a rugby player or something. He's from America, but he plays there. He's 6'8".
Wow.
And he felt so bad because they showed the photo and he, 6'8", and he's on the floor. So the girl behind him couldn't see the show.
Oh, man.
So he's like, if anyone can find that girl, I'll give her free tickets to, not a Taylor though, is to see him play. I'm like, who cares about you? She wants
I
Taylor
don't think
tickets.
she's into
Yeah,
rugby.
I miss
She's
Taylor
into
Swift. I
Taylor.
don't care about watching you.
That's the things to
But
think about when
I
you're
mean,
tall. You
it's
don't
something you can't
realize
control, yeah.
you're 6'7".
Yeah.
It's like you want to see stuff too. It's not fair.
What really used to suck is when you'd go to a movie theater and you've got this ginormous melon in front of you and you can't see the screen.
That does suck.
Well, now there's stadium seating, so you can kind of
Yeah, but still, when a guy's
Little bit.
6'8",
It's
Yeah.
You have to like sit on your feet.
that's going to block your
It
view.
does suck.
713-390-KRBE is our phone number, and we should play Phoenix's rodeo song because it is cook-off weekend. So a lot of people, you buy your pair of boots for the first time thinking, oh, I can handle these. Listen, just don't even think you can power through.
Yes, I can, Roula.
No, because
It's
just
cute
walking
over
from your
comfort.
car to the entrance gate of the grounds, you're already bleeding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is not a short walk from where your car is or where your Uber drops you off to getting into the
thinking,
grounds.
Sam,
and then
those-
you got to walk the grounds.
Those $20 cowgirl boots that you got might be hurting your feet.
I had Upsplord. They were $40.
$40.
Yeah,
boy, look at you.
so
I think we should play Phoenix's rodeo song right now for the audience that needs to get it going.
Yeah, 'cause today's the last day we can really play it.
Trail Rider Weekend. This is
Kick
everything
off.
to know about all things Houston Rodeo on KRBE.
Put on my hat and saddle up, we're riding in. Park the chuck wagon down the street and shuttle in. Gonna bring the kids, it's gonna be one damn good show. We'll bust their muttons, then it's time to rodeo. I wear my Wranglers once a year. I pretend that I could ride bulls and wrestle steer. Carney folk don't like to be called carnies. Say it and you'll find them less than charming. You'll have to face their whole dang army. I just pray to God that they don't harm me. Bought a brand new pair of cowboy boots early this week. Now I walk bow-legged cause I got blisters on my feet. Head to the cook-off, yeah, that's my favorite event. They kick me out cause I got no tickets for a tent. I'll leave smelling like meat and smoke. 2 hot dogs and a funnel cake and now I'm broke. You can deep fry anything, I'm told. Twinkies and Snickers, even good old Oreos. Why is my left arm getting cold? Let's hope my arteries can hold. So grab y'all's boots and hats for 3 weeks of shows. Brush up your country talk, it's time to rodeo. Just remember that carny folk don't like to be called carnies. Say it and you'll find them less than charming. You'll have to face their whole dang army. I just pray to God that they don't harm me. Yeehaw!
Now, here we go. Time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H.
Yay, rodeo!
Let's keep that rodeo theme going. So the rodeo cook-off, it started last night. It's happening today and tomorrow. Today's hours are noon to 11 p.m. And then Saturday, it's 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. So adults 13 and over, you get your ticket for $25. Children 3 to 12 years old are $10, and children 2 and under are free. Now, the ticket includes a plate of sliced brisket. You get beans and chips from Chuck Wagon. You get concerts at the Garden Stage, live music at the Saloon, and admission to the Carnival. So it's a great experience.
Have they ever had someone do that, perform there, and then they were famous like 10 years later?
Playing the main
Oh, I
stage.
wonder,
You know what I mean? Like,
did Parker McCollum ever play somebody's tent? And now he's Parker McCollum.
That's a good question.
or like it's just even that open area where just people go.
I know there's another radio station I worked for, and they
they
were
were the
there.
early country stars?
Yes, and now they're really big.
Oh, cool.
Well, because they could bring them in cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
But they also had
free.
access. We're talking about like,
I'm talking about like just.
I don't know if this tent still exists. I'm going to guess that Damaris Barbecue did a tent for years called Those Texans. It's a huge tent, and it's a whole bunch of sponsors, not just Damaris. And they always would have like some performers in there, like we're not like them, like with the people, the guy or the band that got hired for the Damaris tent.
Was
Is
it-
that guy famous now? Like, it's one of those
Well,
situations.
that one year was it 93Q? Went to their tent, or remember they put us up on stage. And people were more excited for us.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh!
We're the competitor,
yes.
and he outshined him.
I don't think it was there. Maybe it was Al
It was Al. Al worked for 93Q.
at them, but I can't
And
remember.
so-
I don't know if it was part of 93Q or if it was just. he
I think
part
it was
of
one of
that
those
tent.
sponsor tents that they were maybe the guests
'Cause
for.
that band wanted us to introduce them, so we,
and then the audience was so excited
Oh,
that
that's
we were
funny.
there. It was really sweet.
Those bathrooms are awesome.
Oh,
And
yeah.
real bathrooms.
Little porta potties.
No, they
They're
had
not
like,
a porta potty. They're like
it was
deluxe.
like the deluxe ones.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a trailer that had like, sinks and stuff. I was like, oh my God.
But
it's like
speaking
a
of
real bathroom.
announcements, Bun B has announced another addition to his
Beyonce?
lineup. No.
Is it happening?
Okay, so Bun B's lineup so far for his All-American takeover at Rodeo Houston, it's Nelly, E40, Too Short, Rick Ross, and now that Mexican OT. The Bay City rapper had a viral hit, Johnny Dang, which was his ode to the Houston King of Grills.
Yep.
So he's been added to the list. Now, as far as traffic this weekend, TxDOT is doing something I think is kind of stupid. They're closing all southbound main lanes of 610 West Loop at 69 Southwest Freeway
That
beginning
doesn't
at
happen on
9.
the news. Where Eric Barajas is like,
Well, I'm not
I think this
the
is kind of
news.
stupid, but
I think anybody
Cheers is
listening,
closed this
what in
weekend.
God's name are you thinking doing this on a big rodeo weekend? They haven't been doing it for weeks, and now, hey, let's shut it down when, rodeo's coming to town. So the closure's going to run starting 9 tonight all the way till 5 a.m. Monday. So
guess
if
they
you're in
can't-
the Galleria area.
The rodeo
change
goes for the
your
whole
schedule.
month.
Right.
They can't. These
They
guys
not
got to
do it
finish
for the
the
month.
Why
job.
didn't they do it last weekend or something?
Maybe they had a.
it takes more than one weekend to finish that.
Well,
I'm gonna guess.
obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They just like zip it up.
And by the way,
They've been going for 6 years. I don't even
Right.
know. 7 years now.
the rodeo is going to have different weekend hours this year. So gates at NRG Stadium will open at 2 p.m. for a 2:45 start time. So that's an hour earlier. Weekend concerts will start around 5 p.m. So those are your different hours. That's what's going down.
Wait, to answer the question, one person texted us Cody Johnson was a singer once at a rodeo tent.
Oh.
Now he's Cody Johnson. And Morgan Wallen was a singer in a tent a few years ago. And now he's
That's one of those
Morgan
things where
Wallen.
you go, I was just hanging out, eating
Yeah.
a brisket right next to him.
Yeah.
Put my beer right there by his foot. And now he's everywhere playing sold out toy
And if
centers.
you're one of the judges for the barbecue, I want you to text us at 37530. You just tell me where that happens. I'd like to watch.
And how do you prepare for that? Like today, you don't eat anything?
Fast.
You take that
Yeah, you
medicine,
can't
so
go
you go to
with
the
full
bathroom.
bites.
You
can't do like-
clearing everything out.
You don't take Imodium before you
No,
eat
not
the
a body.
barbecue.
You want to be clean so you can.
Oh, you
know,
want to flush your system.
Yeah, you want to go the opposite. You don't want to stuff yourself up with brisket.
I mean, how many bites can you take? Because if you have 20 briskets to try,
I guess you just spit it out.
no,
No, it's not like a
you gotta
wine
eat it.
sampling. You got a spittoon for the chewed up meat.
Maybe.
Yeah, you got to eat it all.
This is a lovely barbecue.
Yeah, after 20 bites. Oh, damn.
All right, coming up next, we got special guest prank call. Stay tuned for it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.